And now I'm live on 2 chats and don't know which chat is the real chat. This thing is crazy. Okay. I've got 33 people here. So I'm going to assume that I'm live on this one. I'm going to close that one down. Let me know if you can see me or not. Then I'll know which chat to close. And I guess I got to log in on my phone. Search. Okay. So we can close this one out. Okay. Let me pull up the chat comments on this one, which is what So, we don't have a mic tonight. I'm not going to worry about it. Just going to put all of this up. This thing is driving me bonkers. When I come in here to go live, if I want to go live without having it scheduled, it lets me pick the orientation. If I want to go live from something that I'm selecting from, one of my lives that are scheduled, it will not let me change the orientation. And even when I tried to go ahead and just go on vertically instead of horizontally, it wouldn't let me go on anyway. And then when I went live on here, this one apparently popped in. I have been in this room for 5 minutes before 7 trying to go live. So, yeah, it's just frustrating, very frustrating when technology don't work. I had this one already set up over here to read chat. I did that first and then went to go into that one and it would not let me in horizontally or vertically. It just wouldn't let me in. Then I go over here to this one, it wouldn't let me in. And then all of a sudden, both of them pop in. Crazy. Okay? So I have no mics because I had taken the mic out of the one up there. I guess I could put them in. I have to change my mic receivers because these iPads, one has the old iPad and the other one has the, you know, the Android thing. You know, iPad finally came around. Oh my goodness. It's a mess. Okay, I'm going to take that out. And then pop this receiver in. It's a mess. Okay. Before I put the receiver in, I'll put the mic on. Whew. Hold on, y'all. Try to cover y'all up. Hold up. For some of you that have motion sickness, try to cover it up a little bit. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. Just the things we have to go through just to do a live. And we do nothing. We make no changes. So it just doesn't make sense. All right, let's see who's quickly in this chat now that we're 12 minutes in trying to get in here. So Michelle the Quilter is here. Vivian Calvey, Brenda Foley, Wanda Jamerson, Betty Ward said her rent is paid. That means she's hit the thumbs up button. Have you? If not, please hit the thumbs up button for me. I would really, really, really appreciate it. Betty Ward, Dolores Feltz, Remo JS, Claudette Hall, and I only have top fans showing. So Minnie Dula, Anita Scott, Sylvia Dickens, let's see, Deborah Sims Brown, and that's all I see right now. Jester Creative Space, Suzette Peterkin Denton, Renee White, June Hanson, I think I said her name, Linda the Irish Cell Lady, and wait a minute, Margot's here, welcome, Zealous McKenzie, and thank you for trying to help me with the chat too. I see some of the we can hear yous. So thank you so much. Kevin says, I almost flashed y'all cleaning the lens. It would just been some belly. I just lifted the hem of my shirt to clean it because when I picked it up trying to cover it, my palm hit the lens and I didn't want that to show the rest of the live. So sorry about that. Deborah Quilts is here. I can't see all the chats, so let's change that so it'll pop in from the next messages because it's too late now. Sue GSD is here. I'm sure she has given you all the number of days. I don't see it because it's not giving me all the chat messages from when you all were in here prior to 7. Hi, Shelly S5. And I think that's it. I think I said Francis Jackson. I can't remember right now. So, yeah. I'm just glad I made it into the live eventually, okay? So, you see the camera here. I have been working on various things with the stuff in my basket. These are still the pieces from the blocks that I was working on Saturday. Although I haven't done anything else. I need to cut more background pieces so that I can finish the blocks. Let's see. I'm not working on this tonight. This will be what I'll work on Saturday, but I'm working on blocks like this. I'm not sure if it's held up the right way or not, but this is what I'm working on. And I need to cut pieces because all I think I'm making 20 blocks, I think. And I only had cut background pieces for 5 blocks just so that I had something to sew on a live. So I need to at least cut 5 more blocks, but preferably if I get a chance to cut all 15 blocks background pieces, but you know, why be an overachiever? So that's going to be my Saturday project. Lana Dean is here. Janice Miller. Bonita Nan says, I'm here. I must have missed her. I told y'all it didn't have the, it wasn't giving me all of the chats. Kevin go, I wish you had some pretty K fabrics to work with, Miss T. I do too. I'm out of K, Kevin. Can I get some of yours? Hey, Ray. Saw him today. Deborah Holloway is here. And Remo says, I like that block. Well, thank you, everybody. I don't have this stuff numbered to be playing with you all as far as showing anything. But maybe I can take the last block out because, you know, I'm working on this project. And this is Scrap Club that's in person. And it's kind of, well, let me look. Because it has really gotten on my nerve. And it's gotten on my nerve because it's got me doing all this unnecessary piecing. Yeah, I thought maybe it was different because it's got 3 different sizes. And I thought, well, maybe it's like this because see, they added another spacer on theirs. And I wish I had paid attention, and you know how you cut stuff out and you don't pay attention. And I had just enough fabric so I can't do anything else. Matter of fact, the block I'm about to show you, it's a border block. And I'm about to show you, I had ran out of fabric, and so I had to store piece and fabric just to get the last cuts of the block. So I'll show you the back because you can see where I've got this extra seam over here that isn't on the other side. And that's because I ran out of fabric. And you know, I'm old school. They used to piece their fabric together. It was perfectly acceptable. When it's quilted, nobody will know. And if I hadn't told you, you probably wouldn't have noticed. Most people, just a quick glance, you wouldn't even have noticed, especially if I put a background behind it, you really wouldn't have noticed. But when it's quilted and you have a print like this, you can't really tell that it's been pieced or not. What I'm really upset about is that I'm about to sew these border blocks together. And these blocks go together, this type of a block go together end to end. And it's like, why did we cut all of these pieces? If we didn't cut all these pieces for this side and this side, I may have had enough fabric to, you know, not have to piece some of my blocks to get enough fabric so that I had enough to go around the entire quilt top. It's just going together end to end like this. So it makes no sense. We could have just had 2 long borders on the outside, and then on the inside we could have had this piece unit, that this unit could have also been doubled in size, you know, saving the 1/2 inch seam allowance. All of this 1/2 inch seam allowance on all of these blocks that I've wasted when I barely had enough fabric. And I hate all of these seams. They're totally unnecessary. Kevin and whoever else is in person scrap quilting club, if you're sewing these blocks together and used for your borders, I would recommend pressing 1/2 of the seams out like this, and then 1/2 of the seams in. And that's what I did, was I just alternated them so that when I do sew these same like seams together, unless you all aren't as far as I am and haven't cut everything out and you can cut long strips, because this is ridiculous. And I don't think the border is that fantastic that it warranted all of this piecing. This was totally unnecessary in my opinion. Now, Kevin, you can let me know what you think in the comment section, because I think he's seen a pattern. I think Betsy has done it. I don't know if she's here in the chat tonight. Hi, Go Savvy Designs. Welcome, Sean. She said, that's why you are the best assistant ever, Kebby Pooh. Joe Carmel's here. Hey, Joe Carmel. Oh, Betsy is here. And she says she has done it, and she did show it on Sunday, but it's the stupidest border to put on when we've done all of this piecing that's totally unnecessary, when we could have just used the whole piece for, you know, cut 2 pieces for each side, the whole length that we needed for the quilt, because this quilt came in 3 different sizes. So that's why I was looking to see if maybe it was only my size that did this stupidity, but no, it's the entire quilt. And I really don't even want to sit here and sew this, because I almost in my head want to figure out something else that I can do. Like, you know, doing some trimming and maybe adding in some additional cafe or something. I don't know. I'm not happy right now. I laid it out today on the deck. I didn't take a picture because I wanted to see what it looked like before I put it together. And it just, it was a good thing that I press seams in and press seams out. So that does help reduce the bulk when you're piecing, and help it that it locks in. I don't have to worry about pinning when I do sew it. It's just crazy. And Kevin says that he thinks her pattern have us piecing too much too. This was the stupidest border I've ever pieced in my life. The good thing is they were all squares and rectangles. It didn't take a whole lot of time, but this is like 2 hours of cutting and sewing that was totally unnecessary, and the border is just blah. And yeah. So I'm like, the border doesn't match up. Like, you see these squares here? There are the print square, like the only thing here that is cave. This does not even line up with the rows in the quilt. So I'm like, if it's not lining up, then I could have just done a string border or something like that. I got some string pieces up here. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, but I do have a plan of something that maybe I could do. But that means I'm not sewing borders that I put into my title today. And I'm not sure, like, I don't have any more fabric. So if I go cut and crap up, woo, I don't know. Let me see what else is in here, because I'm undecisive. I can't remember where Kevin's comment is. I was trying to get back to that spot. Let's see. I'm trying to go back. I remember saying my brother was here and that Deborah Holloway was here. Let's make the numbers. So Remo is reminding you guys to hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Kim Jordan says, hi T, I have the butler and watching your lessons. Thank you. So awesome, awesome. I need to redo, because I don't know what version of butler. I never pay attention to versions, but they have, my first videos, they didn't have the 3 different systems. I do have the Ruby system, and most of it is the same. None of the features actually changed, but the screen just sometimes look a little bit slightly different. So I might need to start making some more videos, but who knows when I'm going to get time for that, right? Kevin up here talking about me fabrics, your fabrics. Anything for you, Miss T. And Benita talking about give Kate. That's a solid no, Kevin. Kevin, give me anything I ask for. That's really nice. That's what Sue meant about the comment. I missed some comments. Okay. Miss T, I think her pattern, yeah, okay, I read that one. And then I see that YouTube has changed everyone sign in using your email address. How is your... Sharon Lewis is here. Hey, Sharon. She says, I'm at the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Festival in Hampton. Girl, you move fast. You was just at the QuiltCon. So that's pretty cool. Sharon, keep it moving. Enjoy retirement, girl. Lana says that block reminds me of boho heart. I guess, I don't know which block. She could have been talking about the block I showed back there, but I don't know where the boho heart comes in. Just perception, I think. Clovis Gardner is in the chat. Welcome. Well, I can tell about the signing. I didn't follow her instructions and do strips because Kevin, let me read the comment. Miss T, that's why I snowballed squares instead of sewing strips for the block units. I actually pieced all of my, I never do strip piecing. I just cut my units, and especially die cutting. I told you I had changed the block. That's a whole nother concept for scrap club, because I told you in a Facebook message, I explained that to you what I did. I actually die cut everything. I eliminated some seams, and because I didn't snowball a darn thing. I was not snowballing nothing. I didn't want no extra pieces. And I'm trying to avoid extra pieces because I will not throw them away. And then I have all these extra pieces as well as, leftover stuff that's in my stash. So, but I did not snowball a darn thing. Hi, Leetta Bryant. Welcome, welcome. I think that's it. Phyllis G is in the chat, but she retracted her message. Hey, Phyllis. So I don't know what to do with this. So I'm gonna lay out one side of this quilt, and I'm gonna see if the modifications I want to make will work. And if not, then I will do something else. But right now, I do not like that. They don't line up anyway, so I may as well try to figure out how to get more color into the border. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, but I don't know yet how I'm going to do that. So I just need to wait because I'm going to need to do some math. And I didn't decide that until I came into the room to sew when it was time to sew. So I won't be doing that. I do have some stuff here. Maybe I can just sew some strings instead. And when I do that, I do want to go down. I normally sew it a 2.0 on my Bernina. I do 2.0 on all of my machines for the most part. I'm just one of those people that I like 2.0. A lot of people like 2.5 to for their stitch length is what I'm referring to. But I've always liked 2. Let me get another one so I'll have at least 2. I normally chain piece. Let me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I'm not going to get that done, but, I ain't doing nothing anyway, so. It's already 7:30. But I just, I'm just going to sew. Phyllis was just saying hi to everyone. She's back. Sometimes we have typos and people think they are that they're bad, so that they'll retract the message or something. I have typos all the time. Sometimes I don't even care, and they're not even my typos. They're like autocorrect is like putting dumb stuff in. It's like I wouldn't even have typed that. So what are you doing? It's like it has some words that are not bad words, but words that are misspelled. I was gonna say bad words, but not bad words, words that are misspelled, and then it wants to, when you put in the correct spelling, it wants to change it to a different spelling. So I am going to be putting like a little larger piece of scrap and then like smaller pieces elsewhere, but I think this one's a little too big, so I'm going to cut it. Because I'm making some, I have all this stuff just sitting here. So I'm like, I may as well sew some of it, right? And I only want one in the center of each, the same fabric. And right now I'm just trying to get 6 different fabrics. 1, 2, 3, that's 4. So I need 2 more that are long enough to go across the entire center of the quilt. And then we'll start playing with these because they're the next longest, I think. So I got to go to the bottom of the stack here. That's 5. I think I pulled 5. Or did I pull 6? It's 6. I can't count to 6. I don't know if this one's long enough. It doesn't look like it. I can put it over there though. Let's see. I'm trying, you know, I make everything huge. So I'm trying to see if maybe I don't think it's going to be small in the end cuz you know, it's me. Cuz I'm used to making everything supersized. I just need one more piece. These are even longer pieces that I popped over there, but you know, they probably come in handy for the centers if I don't have enough variety in these other stacks, because most of these in the other stack are pretty small. I guess I could use that on the block. All right, stack of crap over here. This is part of the mystery quilt I was working on, so let me put that away. We don't want to reveal that by accident. Right? Right. So I did not cut these squares big. So I'm going to try to leave space on the back so that I can trim these up, because I might cut them. So I just want to make sure I have extra. So I'm going to actually piece a little bit longer than what I normally, like off the paper. It's going to be a little bit longer. And I'm just trying to make sure that I'm in the center and I've got room on both ends of center. Just to trim it just a tad bit. Like I just need an extra 1/2 inch for, you know, the seam or whatever. Because I did add in seam allowance, but I forgot. Like, what if you want to cut them? You should have made them like an inch bigger. And I did not. I cut them a 1/2 inch bigger. But, and I don't know yet what I'm doing with them, but I will let you know when I know. Maybe. All right. I'm just trying to make sure I got at least a 1/4 inch on both ends. Because I don't care if it's straight down the center. I just want 1/4 inch extra. So that's why I'm pinning it. Otherwise, I wouldn't care. I would just start sewing. And we've got to do that for all of these. All right. Just a 1/4 inch and a 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to make sure I just leave an extra 1/4 inch. This is on the wrong side. That I pinned anyway. Extra 1/4 inch, extra 1/4 inch. Oh my goodness. I got 2 more. Miss T, who is the, hold on. Who is the designer of not my spinning star? I put that in the graphic. It's by Fat Quarter Shop. And I think I said it in the video a couple of times. It's by Fat Quarter Shop. I have all of these small scraps, and it's like I'm trying to figure out what to do with them. So that's the mission. I have stuff, and then I don't get around to using it. It's like, use this stuff. Do I need to start something else? No, but these pieces, these are pieces that are happening from the projects that I'm currently working on. So I'm trying to use them instead of letting them, they've been building up and building up in my scraps. So I either need to do a project that's strings or crumbs, or I need to like get rid of them because they're, I mean, it's getting big. And this is just all the little pieces right here. And this is still not, this is not the scrap bag. I'm still working out a scrap bag, but I do go to the original bag. This is a camera battery. I do better to put it with the camera. I'm trying to just utilize some of this stuff because, you know, why not? Let's plug this iron in because I'm dealing with all of these little small pieces, but I want to make sure they'll go across here and give me a 1/2 inch. So I might need some longer pieces. How about that? Here we go. This little bitty, this is mostly little stuff. I really don't want big pieces other than in the middle, because I'm trying to, you know, work with the smaller pieces. But that's a little bit longer. This is just the scraps, you know, as I've been cutting. It's like, oh, that'll be cute. Look what I kept. Like, what am I going to do with this? Like, you know, just don't want to throw it away because it's pretty. You know, it's so pretty. Yeah. Just trying to see if I got any other longer ones here. I can split these. Oh my goodness. Because I still need some pretty long ones to go on the sides. So all those are out. This I'm hoping is long enough. So let's just cut a piece off. It's not long enough to be a center. Might be long enough to go across one block anyway. Yes, it will work. At least a 1/4 inch. All right. So my first seam, I'm going to stitch with a stitch length of 1.0. And then I'm going to go back to 2.0. Bonita says that the autocorrect is a love-hate relationship. You got that right. You absolutely got that. Since I received the 3 quilts from you, I have the binding done on 2, and I am working on the 3rd binding. Then I'll hand sew in the back while watching TV. Okay. So she's working on stuff I quilted. Mini doula. Hi. I don't know what I did, but gave me a list of everyone on this live. Oh my God. And Michelle was hidden by Ray by mistake. And she was unhidden by Photo Kevin. So thank you, Kevin. Because I can't do it. I have to go to a desktop for some reason. I don't know if it'll let me do it on the phone, but it won't let me do it on the iPad. No, you didn't miss anything, Kevin. Claudette Hall says, thank you, Miss T. You're welcome. Yeah, let me explain when I don't give the pattern information. Like, I just didn't give you the pattern information for these raggedy border pieces here. And that's because it's a scrap club project. I will not give you the patterns for those because those are for-pay clubs. And so we pick projects, or, well, we do pick projects because I take suggestions from the people that are in the group. So I don't pick all the projects. So I won't give you those until I still got to do the video, which I've been so busy. I have been busy. Paulette Sankofa is trying to kill us. We still been busy with Paulette, okay? So I'm dealing with that. I'm doing a couple of different projects with Paulette. So I'm busy with a lot of that. There's a event coming up in March that I can't remember the date. I want to say the 31st. That's not long enough. Got to go back to the other pile. I thought it would be long enough, but it's not. This is long enough. So, I've been busy with her, you know, typing a whole lot of stuff. Some stuff I had typed and sent it to her, and I had just typed it into a Word doc, and apparently I sent her the Word doc, or the document got deleted some kind of way. I don't know, but it wasn't on my computer, and then I had to rewrite mine from scratch. So that was fun. So much fun. That's the same size, so that's not gonna work. So then that is where, hold on, this one might. Let's see. It didn't work on the other one, so we're not going to make it fit here. These, I might say, for the centers of other blocks. Well, I used one of those. But, you know, all these little skinny things. This is not even an inch. Let's see. It's got to be about 7/8 of an inch. So I'll be using some of these. I don't want to use that one. I want some of the skinnier ones. And I needed something that was going to contrast because that one did not. All right. It can be used again in the quilt top. I just don't want it down. I don't want the same fabric down the center. Oh, I still got more. Oh my goodness. Is that long enough? Think so. Well, let's get a little longer one. Let's make sure. We don't want any mishaps. All right, we got one more and 4 more. I am not slap happy. Well, not I might be slap happy, but I did get some sleep. I don't know what it's about, but I am acting slap happy. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this back up to 2.0, my regular. I got this for the fabric. I need this so that I can snip in between. And I can take out these pins now so I don't get stuck. Ugh, I just want to make a couple of blocks and try to do some test cuts and see what I can do with them. I don't know yet if it's a plan or not. Got to get me a little spot here to iron. This is what happens when you work with string stuff. It just keeps growing and growing, and you all can't see diddly squat back here because I got my camera. I was recording stuff earlier and had that out. You can't see diddly squat. Not that you can see much anyway with all the stuff I got up here. These are my clips. Move that one over too. I've got my phone. Pins I got to take out. Okay. Take the pins out of these two. Take the pins out. All right. But trying to use some of this stuff I won't throw in the trash, okay? And it's because it's all the same collection. It's pretty, you know. It's too pretty to go in the trash. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, so that's all I did, was just sewed a centerpiece and then another piece. And then this is another one, just so you can see the difference. Just scrappy. All right, so now I'm gonna have this paper folded up. I want some of the little short pieces now, or the shorter pieces anyway. And then I'm gonna flip the paper back and I'm just gonna sew. All right. And whatever I trim off of these, I am going to work really hard to put it into the trash. Do not keep any of this. And I'm using like some of those little bitty pieces that were just too cute to throw away, but they're only like 3/8 of an inch if they fit. So I just have to get to the right size, the right stack size. That's too little, so I can pitch that one. It wasn't, it was like half and less. It was going down. Here's one that's long. I might want to wait and use that on the other side because I got other pieces here that should fit. Just trying to find some longer pieces. Maybe not. They're all going to be different, so based on what fabric I put next to it. Nice thing is, I don't have to sew exactly a 1/4 inch seam. It can be a slightly smaller seam if I need it to be. Oh, this is the other side I'm working on. I haven't read a chat in a while. Hold on. I thought Steph was whistling. Where is Steph? Minnie, if you click on the crown icon near the live chat at the top box of the page, it will show the top chatters. Just hit X to close. So Michelle's helping. Thank you, because I didn't know what she was talking about. I've never seen a list of chatters, but I guess I've never hit the thing either. All right. This side is short. We can put this red one next to this brown one. And one more in this stack. One more in this stack. See, these little pieces is coming in handy now. I feel really good. Sad, but good. I'm using it. Yay! Especially after such a rough start with, you know, technology on the live. Okay, so let's do a little bit of pressing. One. Two. 3. 4. And 5. The other one's on the machine. So let's see what corner isn't covered and get it covered. Okay. I don't think I saw, if I did, I missed it. I don't think I saw like half square triangles or anything like that. If I do, it would be very random. Very, very random. Trying to see if I had anything in here that was half square triangles. But I can take those smaller little pieces out too. This is what I do. I tend to sort my pieces. I wasn't planning on working on this, so I didn't have them sorted. Yeah, but what I will do is I'll take this one and cut it into a half square triangle-ish. You know, ish. And then it can go on the corner of one of these. Let's see if it's big enough. Not this one. This one needs a corner. This one's too big if that one's not enough. And this one needs a corner. I'll put it on this one. Just because I'm going to pull it back so a little bit more of it will show. It was the smallest one. All right, and then let's get this one off of here because I'm trying to. Okay, right there. Get that one. All right, so half square triangles or a bigger piece. As long as I've got a 1/2 inch on each side, that'll work. That'll work. Hi, Sewing with a Dream. Welcome to the chat. I have to care for Mama. Okay, bye, Kevin. I'm surprised he came in because normally they go to church on Wednesday, so that's good he came in. I need like a 1/4 inch on these two, like very little piece I need. That's going to end up being in the seam allowance, and it's okay. And then these two, yeah, I can just put this on here, flip this back. Oh crap, I just sewed on the paper. I wasn't paying attention. I don't want to sew on the paper. I don't wanna sew on the paper. All right, let's get another piece. And I'm just gonna sew anything super tiny. Crazy. Yep, I got them though. I got the super tiny because all I need is just to sew a little bit off of this corner. Just in case I cut it and need to square up. It'll be in the seam allowance. That's all. And this one too. Same deal. All right, I think we're going to the other side now. I think. All right. I'm not feeling too good tonight. So I'm going to time out. Be blessed, everyone. Good night, Lana. Feel better. Okay. Whoops. One of these papers I sewed through. I can't lift it up. I don't have to sew it anymore, so that's good. On that side. Now we got to do the other side. So this is what I have. So now I'm going to do the other side. I got that on all of these. My paper was already tearing up. Look. I still recycled that paper. Okay. So now we're doing the other side. Just trying to get all of that side facing sort of kind of the same direction. Sort of kind of. All right, let's see if I can find pieces long enough that gives me a 1/4 inch extra. That's all I'm looking for. And then don't sew on the paper, ma'am. We don't want to do all that ripping. That's not the fun part. So I'm going to take these and sew and then see if I can figure out something to do with them before carrying on. I have 6 to play with to figure out a plan. All right, other side. That one, these are awfully skinny too, but I kept them because they cute, you know. They cute. So what I'm going to do is not sew a full 1/4 inch. So when I put this down, I'm going to put it back about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/16 of an inch. So I'm not sewing through the whole thing, so I have some of the color. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to do some smaller units, because I don't think I need this one, do I? Yeah, I sewed on the other side. Yeah, I sewed on the other side. Just trying to keep track. And I don't have a whole lot of long ones here, so I'm having to go into that stack up there, which is fine. This one, they're just shy of the size I need. So, oh, this is 2 pieces. Each block is different, so I can't like, you know, cut multiple. They're all different sizes that's needed. So, again, 1/16 of an inch away from the edge. And we'll get almost a 1/4 inch seam, but not exact. Little bit over 1/8. All right. Hi, Sue Ellen. Welcome to the chat. This one's long too. It's a lot of long ones. See how much of this I'm gonna see. It'll make it cute though when it's those little bitty ones are in there. Makes it pretty. Makes it pretty. I don't know if I can use these yet. Just slightly too small. And then when I cut them, I do give them a generous trim so that I don't really have to worry about it. But it'll be good to have. Like I got the thicker one in the middle because I'm planning on slicing and dicing stuff just in case. And then I've got the other ones. If I cut the other way, I don't have to worry about it. But I don't know yet what I'm doing. But I'm just leaving room for future choices. I could have. So, all right. Take this. I think this is the last one, first one on this side, but you know, the last one of the 6 that I'm doing. All right, so let's take these off. Oops. I feel like they're getting bigger, like the papers are getting bigger because of the fabric. It's just that they're getting stiffer, I think, because the fabric's not letting the paper be flexible anymore. All right, let's press these. Just looking cute. Cute, cute, cute. It'll really show up when I put the next ones onto these skinny ones. All right, very skinny pieces indeed. I may have to uh-oh, looks like I'm getting a bobbing out indicator, but it'll be a while on this Bernina. It lasts a really good chunk of time. Unless it's been reading that for a while and I missed it, you know. All right. All right, all right. I think that's going to be too little when I cut it. I need to keep these for the bigger piece in the middle, but you know, I got more fabric. If I run out, I know where to get more. I know where to get more. Okay, I was trying to sew. I think I'm trying to sew on some of the little ones so we can see what the little seaming looks like. Yeah, here is one. It's 8:06. I'm going to stay on just about another 10 minutes, so maybe to 8:15. So this is what we got, because we got on here about 8:12. So just to give you more time. Okay. I can put this corner on here. Right here. Trying to see if it's enough. I think so. I think it's enough for 1/4 inch extra. That's that other corner piece that I cut. And we're going to do a scant 1/4 inch seam. Make sure we have enough. All right. This one here. Will this be long enough? Looks like it should be. And it's hard using up smaller scraps. I'm going to need bigger pieces for the centers eventually, but right now we're doing okay. And right. Might need a longer piece. This one don't look like it did much. This piece right here. Right there. At least my bobbin indicator is working. That's a positive. I don't think I'm done with the stack, but I cut them anyway. 2. I'm trying to just get these 6 done, hopefully, before I get off of here. It's already 8:08. Sometimes you can be successful and other times not. I'm trying. All right, now I think I have all of these done. Let's take this and pause up there. I don't know why I didn't pause myself up there from less battery usage, but I did not. I did not. All right. This one here, I need a little bit longer. Here. We need a corner. Whoops, this is not a corner. That is really a big piece. Won't be cutting that. But let's try this. Right there. Okay. Just trying to get some of the weight off. This one's done. Number 1 is done. I need another corner. Corner piece, not really. We can put that on. Doesn't have to be a corner piece. That one's now done, I think, when it gets pressed. Another one that kind of needs like a fat corner piece. I don't know. This one might work. It might. Let's see what we get. Okay. Got these 2 here. See what we're working with. Down to the corners on most of them, so that's good. I just need little chunkier pieces, because what I have down here are the narrow ones. Like I said, I didn't really get a chance to sort them out, so I pay the price now. I can put this on here and get rid of it, and we know it'll be big enough, and it'll be done. Like, why did I do diagonal pieces instead of straight? Oh, because they would have ended up being crumbs. I didn't want to do crumbs, so Yeah. So I'm just trying to move them out of my space. Okay, that's 2 done. This one is not. I need another chunker. A little chunky. Here's a piece that's really oblong shaped. I could definitely use that. Use that end. Yeah. And then I'll have the wider end to use on somewhere else. So all right, let's see what we got here. Should be getting close. 1, 2, 3. 2 is up there. Let's see if this piece, yep, it covers. So that's number 3 of 6. And I'm 2 minutes. Oh my goodness. Why do I do this to myself? I don't think I have the extra 1/4 inch. I have like an extra 1/16 of an inch. We'll see if it works. I can always add a piece on if it's too short. And this one is done. It's just the one on my machine, so I may as well cut that and see if it works. Yep. And we're done with those 6. So then I can play with these and see what type of pattern I can come up with. So I got all 6 of these done. I'll show you the back where I'm trying to leave at least 1/4 of an inch all the way around. I was successful on this one. I think I was successful. You can see the extra fabric at the top. I was successful, maybe not at the bottom. Let's see. At the bottom, I'm right on the edge. Let's just go ahead and add another piece. It doesn't have to be big because I'm right there. I'll add a piece here. Press this. That'll end up in the seam. It probably won't even be seen, but just in case, we will put that piece here. So this one's now done. I showed you that one, right? Yeah, so this is the front of this one. And then the back, that's extra fabric at the top. Look like I got 1/4 all the way around. This is this one. And then on the back, I've got the extra fabric at the top where my fingertip is. And barely at the bottom. This is the one I told you. It was like 1/16. I got plenty on the other side. But, you know, safe than sorry. I'll just put a little piece on there. Just put a little piece. Better be safe than sorry. And cut. I'm over 8:15 by now. But I'm going to get these 16 done so I can go cut them and do what I want to do with them. Either tonight or tomorrow. Let me look at the back. This one's good all the way around. I'm just trying to look before I show it to you all so I can fix it first. But this one's one I fixed at the end. So 1/4 inch extra. And this one is too, with my little half square triangle in the corner again. And then the back of it looks like that. 1/4 inch all the way around. And that's 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 just disappeared in the stack. 5 and 6. All right. So that's going to be that part. These are going to be centers, maybe, for the next block starts. And I will work on this if I have some time tonight and tomorrow. But I'm going to get me something to eat first, for sure. I just got pieces are just barely too small, you know. All right, so let me see if anything else in the chat I need to read. Hi, Judy Smith. Thank you for coming. And Remo, people starting to say good night to everybody. Hi, Delilah Short. Welcome to the chat. We're about to end. All right, I just wanted to make sure. I never did even say what I did. I've been working on retreat stuff, trying to fit retreat stuff and Paulette stuff, and I'm trying to think. It's like a lot of stuff I'm working on I can't even discuss or tell you about. I did order the bag. I ordered some stuff from Checkers and they were out. It looks like the bag patterns came in, so I'm hoping that they come this week. Some people ordered. I have the Poppins bag stuff in. If people are interested in that, just send me an email. I got the entire kits all set up. I got all the stuff you need for the kit except for your fabric and your zipper. I ordered some zippers that you can buy, but I did not want to include zipper in the pattern because I'm not sure if the zipper will work. I ordered zebra print zipper. You know, with your when you pick your fabric is when you should be picking your zipper. So you would have to basically buy your fabric and your zipper and to do it, I think, if you got thread. So everything else would be in a kit for that eventually. And I'm going to be kitting up mostly for the quilt stitch knit that's coming up. But if somebody wants it, let me know. I can't remember what the total kit cost was. About $70 for the pattern with the stays, a yard of bozo, double-sided fusible, the bottom base that you need, the Peltex, 2 of those in a package. They already come 2 in a package. The tubing that you need to put into the handles is also included. It's 4 things. So pattern with the stays, the bozo, the Craftex, and the tubing. So you get 4 things. The cost of the craft foam was surprisingly expensive. Everything is just going up anyway, so it is what it is. But anyway, I will be kitting those. So that's going to be it, everybody. I will see you all Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for 2-hour live sew-and chat. We'll be working back on the spinning star. If you're interested in working on that with me as I'm working on it, I'm going to be working on it for a few weeks. Then go to Fat Quarter Shop and purchase the Spinning Stars pattern from Fat Quarter Shop, okay? And I will see you all Saturday. Good night, everyone. I'll stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out.